Carl and Brendan here from Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial. Short and it's battle time as we are up to Mushroomhead. We've done a battle before. No, we've done a reaction video to Mushroomhead, not a battle reaction. Mushroomhead, where the end begins. Tell us more, Brendan, because I know this was your jam.
Yeah, okay, so I think I was a bit like you with the whole Mushroomhead train. I was a fan back in the, whatever it was, XX sort of time, which is what, good, like 15 years ago now, probably, maybe more,
maybe
to be
longer,
honest.
20 maybe, yeah.
And then I didn't really give a monkey's about them, to be honest. I fell off the wagon, fell off the Mushroomhead wagon. And then I really kind of took a bit of notice of them because I went to see Insane Clown Posse play live in London, and Mushroomhead was support. And I was like, that might be a bit of a fun nostalgic thing. And I was blown away by their stage show. I thought they were fucking brilliant. And then I was just kind of a bit more aware of them. Now, I didn't do anything like go off checking out all their back catalogue or anything like that. But then about a year after that, their latest album came out, which is called A Wonderful Life. And I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I think I'm pretty fair to say I was pretty blown away by it. I really, really like this album. It's much cleaner and more polished than I was expecting, but I just fell in love with it. And there's a lot of really, really good songs in it, and there's a lot of songs that went on to be singles and big hits like Heresy and all that sort of stuff. This song is tucked away at the back half of the album, and to me is the best song I've ever heard from Mushroomhead. Now, it's a bit of a slow burner, so I understand, and I've played this, like we do. I've tried to force this upon people, and I can't always get them to last to the point where they're going to go, "Oh, this has changed for me." Okay. You know what I mean? So that's my risk with it here. Is that 4 minutes into this song, you're going to be so bored to death of it that the last 3 minutes aren't going to matter to you. But the good thing about doing it on a reaction is that you have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, there's there's no turning it off and switching it off. No, I'm game. I mean, I don't care enough about Mushroomhead to even have given this new album much time. So this is an opportunity for me. All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Gothic melody. Very gothic.
Yeah. It's obviously the new era of Mushroomhead as well, so the female singers full time. Yeah, they're
Oh.
Can you tell me where the end begins? Can you tell me why the crucifix is on the floor?
I like that. It's almost like an echo, but it's not. It's two voices.
I think there's 3 or 4 of them singing at the moment.
Everyone's having a go. I like that. I like that voice, yeah. I see what you mean about keeping people's attention. It's fine for me. I love keyboards.
You have to appreciate a bit of harmony, a bit of piano and keys, and then
absolutely no bother to me. I like the lyrical content as well.
One of my favourite lines, they say, reveals a figure's finger beckoning. I love that line.
All right. I can feel it already. Those drums are getting louder and more. It was someone loading and shooting, okay.
This is, like you said, it's such a slow burner.
Yeah, because we're at 4:15.
Yeah. So yeah, at a party, people have skipped by now.
Yeah, well, I don't think this is a party song, unfortunately. As
Oh,
much
it would
as
be
you
at
kind of
one of
want
my
to,
parties.
yeah, you want to do that expression thing.
My favourite line.
It'll make beckoning work.
That is it.
Yeah, I mean, it is obviously an incredibly powerful, melancholic song. Even when it ramps it up and, you know, drums get quite powerful and heavy in the ears and stuff like that, it's still very heavy on the melancholy. I generally believe that is a track that you probably, like, I get why you're struggling to show it to people directly on its own, because I think actually that being you said it's the final track of the album. That makes
the
so
final.
much.
It's not right at the end. It's tucked at the back half of the album, though, and all
Right,
the
okay.
hits are at the front half.
it kind of makes sense because it almost feels like it's missing context. And as a standalone song, you can appreciate the melancholic, the beauty in the voices, the layering, the lyrical content, the gothic sound to the pianos, which is still kind of catchy and it's quite memorable and exciting and stuff like that, to the ramp up, to the switches, because it's not one melody all the way throughout. That's quite an interesting thing. There are several times when it almost seems like it's about to end, or it should end, and it's like, oh no, we got this different idea, we're going to do that. But it doesn't feel disjointed. It does kind of flow. It's a very interesting track. It's the kind of thing you listen, you go, oh, I'd like to listen to that again, so I can actually, now I've heard it once and I kind of know what to expect. Let me hear it and listen to it with those kind of ears instead of the whole, it's a brand new thing. If you're not interested in this kind of music, and I know it's can't even say, oh, it's because it's not a metal track. Oh, but if you don't like metal, you'd like it. No, that's not how this works, because this is all the elements from that. And it's from a metal band, and it's them doing a melancholic, mellow, sorrowful, mournful, whatever word you want to use to describe what that is. It's them doing it. So it's not going to be, because there's no hooks. There's nothing about that. It's going to, where you got your pop chorus, or you got your sing-along moment, or any aspect like that. In fact, was there a chorus? I don't think there was. Was there? I mean,
not really. It's actually
really,
for the most part, there's 4 verses and they're repeated, but they never sound or feel repeated because they always come in partly with a different. And one of my light bulbs just went. Partly with a different singer or a different bit of harmony, or something like that. It's one of the Mushroomhead's core components, isn't it?
It's one of their strengths.
They've got 3 or 4 extremely. It's 4 now, actually, because of the fact that I can't remember her name, but the female singer is now a permanent fixture in the band and an asset, absolutely an asset, because she's a great singer.
Yeah, fantastic.
But even in the first verse that you hear, or it might be the second verse that you hear, each line is delivered by a different singer, and while each singer is delivering their line, one of the other singers is delivering the backing, and then another singer comes in for the backing. And having that in your band, like, I mean, what an asset that is to have in the band, like, But yeah, you're right. There's no chorus. It's the 4 verses are almost repeated, but with different levels of backing. So at one point the verse doesn't have a backing at all, and then at one point near the end, she comes in the background and gives it all like a wanted it to, which wasn't there before, and it's like, okay, and then the verses come back in, but this time the drums are there. So actually, it's almost like it is repetitive to a degree, like lyrically, but it's buried within these kind of bridges of music and slightly different feels. But I really enjoyed, and I wonder if you had the same thing, but I guess this is the difference between maybe people that like this sort of stuff and people that don't, But when I played it to a couple of people, the bit they were really struggling with was the fact that every now and then it felt like it was about to kick in, but it never did. And I was like, yeah, but that's the beauty of it. I felt that was the beauty of it. It would build up with the piano and you'd be like, oh, something's happening. But then it would come back to gentle again. You know what I mean? And that was where people were, like I was finding, were struggling with it. Whereas I felt that was the magic of it, That's
the difference then, because for me, I thought, we were going to kick it at a certain point, but I wasn't disappointed that we didn't, because to me, the predictable option was for us to go heavy. And it's like, they're going to have plenty of tracks that they do that on. This is fine to not always do that. And it's not like what you get afterwards is in any way oh, well, that's really disappointing because I was really pumped up. That's the thing. Where's the pumping up? This isn't about like, yeah, come on, we're gonna here comes the breakdown. Yeah, let's open up a pit. There's not music for that.
This isn't the sort of song that will ever probably even get played in a live environment unless they were doing like an acoustic session sometime. Do you know what I mean? This is an album track, not a big hit in 3-minute single.
Yeah,
but, I think it's a great showcase of the band. Do you know what I mean? If I wanted to, what can Mushroomhead be? On its own, it's not enough. But if I would like to show them one of their heavier songs and this, and that's the range that Mushroomhead have on offer.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. It's a win. It's not like a straightforward, because as I said at the start, I think in context, I think it would be maybe more enjoyable. But that's my cross to bear, as I don't have the context.
How does it make you? I mean, obviously, having listened to Mushroomhead back in the day and then not really listened to them since,
Does
that pique your interest? Or
I mean, it's hard to say it would pique my interest because I always go, oh, I'd really like to do this or listen to that. And then it turns out we've got 100 albums in the email and I have to do all of them instead. So that's always the common problem. I'd be, if they were on a bill, like let's, for example, if they had ended up on the Bloodstock bill, there'd be a lot more interest these days than there was even 5 years ago, because nostalgia isn't really what drives me. And while I like Mushroomhead once, it's not like this. This is more interesting because this to me says, okay, so you're not reliving your glory years. You're not trying to capture your sound from the 2000s and whatever, that era. You've actually progressed as a band.
Yeah, like you said, they're a different band now. This is the band, Mushroomhead of 2021.
Yeah, and that's cool enough. You know, it's worthy of a win alone. But let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?